Hi, this is Tracy D. Mars with Remax Equity Group, and today we're going to talk about rates versus fees. And this is actually something really important because right now, as interest rates have gone back up to what is considered, historically speaking, regular rates, everybody's shopping rates, which is important, yes, but it's not telling you the whole story. And of course, as I keep telling you guys, devil's in the details. So let's talk about those dirty details, huh? All right, so two things we need to know first. All right, the first thing you need to know is that there's 20 people involved in the purchase and sale of a home. Okay, and every day these 28 people get up just like you, just like me. We go to work and we're hoping with good work and time and effort, we're going to earn a paycheck that's going to we're going to take home to pay our bills and support our families. Got it. We're all doing the exact same thing. Let's put that to the side. The next thing you need to know is closing costs. Okay, it's not just down payment, it's closing costs. Now there's the seller's portion and the buyer's portion. And the seller's portion is going to include things like owner's title insurance policy, half the escrow fee, excise tax, paying off those loan balances, real estate commissions, if there are any property taxes due up until the time of transfer. Just a few things there. And might be a few other things there, but that's the majority of what the seller's closing costs are looking like. Now, the buyer's responsibility is going to be things like the lender's title insurance policy, the other half of the escrow fees, recording fees, first year insurance premium if there's any taxes due from their homeownership that they're paying back that's already been paid. But the largest lion's share of a buyer's responsibility of the lion's share, the buyer's side of the closing costs is going to be something called lender's fees. Because again, 20 people involved in the purchase sale of a home. All right, so let's make this simpler for you. We're going to do something I like to call play a game of pretend. So I'm going to pretend that I'm going to loan you guys $1,000 for a year. And I'm going to stress the word pretend because, hello, I'm not really going to loan you guys $1,000 for a year. I mean, unless it's Monopoly money. I got Monopoly money. I got like 5 games of that. All right, Monopoly game, let's pretend I'm going to loan you guys $1,000 for a year. And I got 2 loans for you at this. I got a 5% loan and a 0% loan. Which one do you want? That didn't take you long, did it? I know which one you want. You want 0%. All right, let's talk about what that entails. Because this is right now all you know. But remember, devil's in those dirty details. All right. So I'm going to loan you guys $1,000 for a year. But remember, I have to charge you closing costs to pay for those people who are touching your file. That 20 people involved in purchase sale of a home, I'm going to charge you $200. Those are your lender fees. Now, one thing I want to point out is the difference in interest rates. I got a 0% loan and a 5% loan. Why are they so different? Well, here's a news flash. Your lender doesn't control interest rates. The lender has nothing to do with interest rates. All lenders are this close to each other because if they're giving you a loan, the loan is coming and all that money is being charged interest from the same place. You know who controls interest rates? The government. So the government has an interest rate. That is where all the money, that's where all the interest rates coming from. Okay, so again, all lenders are this close. So how do they get that 0% if the other loan's 5%? Well, they're doing what's called a buy down. So I'm going to charge you another $100 to buy down that rate to 0. Okay, you're like, fair enough. All right, so if you're buying a home, let's say the home is $400,000 and you're buying down 2 points, it's 1% of the purchase price to buy down each point. So if you're buying a $400,000 home, that's an additional $8,000 on your closing cost to buy down the interest rate to 2 points. Okay, again, let's make it easy. $1,000 for a year, $200 in closing costs, $100 in buy down rate to get to that 0%. All right, you got it. We're good. How much of your money do we have when we meet next year? How much of your money do I have? Well, if you said $1,300, sorry guys, it was a trick question. I actually have $300 because remember the $1,000 is mine. I loaned it to you for a year, but I still have $300 of your money. So it cost you $300 or 30% to borrow that $1,000 for a year. Was there anyone who said 5%? Well, we're still going to talk about it anyways. All right, 5%. Loan you guys the $1,000 for a year, I'm going to charge you $100 in closing costs. And now you're like, well, wait a minute. Why is that only $100 if the other guy was $200? Remember, every lender has different fees. Every lender has different fee structures. Some might charge some different fees. Some might not charge less fees. Maybe this guy is charged an origination point and this guy has a flat fee. Again, you're not just shopping rates here, you're shopping fees. In this case, this guy's giving you a 0% loan, but he's charging you $200 in closing costs plus the $100 buy down rate to get to that 0%. This guy has a 5% fee, but he's only charging you $100 in closing costs for that 5% and no buy down rate. So a year from now, we're going to meet up for coffee. You're going to give me my $1,000 plus $50 in interest. How much of your money do I have a year from now? $150. Cost you 15% to borrow that money for a year. What loan's better now? See, now you're getting it. Guys, again, you're shopping rates. You're not shopping the whole picture. You're shopping one. So if you're talking to a lender, just ask rates. Show me a settlement statement. Show me how much money I'm going to have to bring in to close. What are all my closing costs going to entail? You're talking to a realtor, it's pretty similar. Same thing if you're thinking about selling a home. Don't just talk commission. Hey, what's your commission rate? What does that all include? Okay. Can you show me a sample settlement statement showing me how much I'm going to net? What are all these fees? There are some realtors out there who are charging less than the commission, but then they're back ending different fees on the back side. You need to know these things. Ask them to explain it. All right, guys, now you know the dirty details. If you got questions, you know where to find me.